Smoking through it all, cause nothing in life lasts forever. We don't want these hoes, don't want the fame, we want the cheddar. Told her we can have it all if we do it together. You know I'ma pass the ball, but only to my brother. You know I'ma pass the blunt, but only to my sister. I'ma pass the bottle, pass these.
Aside from that, we're live on the audio. We live on the visuals, man. You know, I like to get shit rolling. I don't want to hesitate. I just want to get this shit cooking. We in the beautiful Emlyn exclusive headquarters in beautiful downtown San Jose on my dog Dynasty. You feel me? So I thought this is a very important podcast because it's we coming out of the hibernation. We haven't put out any new content for about almost 2 months. But with that being said, let's get started. So it ain't exclusive if it ain't an Emlyn exclusive. It's your boy BQ. And we in the motherfucking Low Key Facts podcast with my dog Dynasty. Yes, he's in the building. Yes, y'all don't know, it's a local artist out of San Jose, California, making a name for himself, out there putting in work, not through just his words and his lyrics, but out there exercising and worrying about his health and going to the gym. Even before the COVID, obviously we ain't going to the gym no more, but you understand what I'm saying. You feel me? There's no excuses.
Good, man.
So how you feeling, bro?
Shit, I'm feeling lovely. God is good. You know what I mean?
God is good. God is great, man.
Yes, sir.
So I thought it was really important, like I said, to make some content and speak some dialogue about everything that's going on. But I didn't want to do it by myself. I needed someone that's really been on the field and even out there on the protests. I did see pictures of you and putting content. So like, what's your standpoint with everything, bro? Like everything that's going on. But mainly in San Jose. Obviously in a nation, like everyone is upset. You feel me? Yeah. But locally, we have our own actual matters that we're addressing and stuff. Yeah. So what you think?
I mean, I think we're all just fighting against the cause of police brutality.
Yeah.
And a lot of people out here been victims to it, lost their families. So all these people out here, including myself, we all just want equality. Yeah. Black and brown. That's the main target because we're the ones being targeted.
We're the most suppressed.
Yeah, so it's like it goes down to high. It's bigger than the police too. It goes down to
it's systemic.
Systematic type of shit. So we just out there protesting, you know, and we gonna have our voices heard.
Most definitely.
Yep.
And do you feel like a lot of people are showing out? You feel like there's a lot of support coming from all communities, or like, you know, because you actually are out there, so based on what you see, like what you see and what's your reaction to it?
What I see is more of a diversity. Like everyone's coming out from all ethnicities. You got whites, Asians, Mexicans, blacks, Samoans. Like everybody's coming out to support the cause because it's a global thing.
Shit is real.
Yeah, it's not just one person going through it. Like everyone's been a victim of racism in their life. You know what I mean? So,
literally.
I mean, some people have, but if you haven't, it's not a comfortable thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that grew up in a certain class, like if they got money or their parents are more successful, they kind of like they're kind of filtered from that shit. You know what I mean? In a way, they might face racism more systemically as opposed to like being someone coming at you doing a hate crime or speaking some negative shit. You know, because you could catch racist shit, in certain places and you expect it to happen, down the South, maybe in fucking Orange County, maybe in, you know what I'm saying? Like there's areas you're going to anticipate some shit. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
But when it comes to I feel like a lot of people of privilege and people that have been sheltered from this shit are now seeing it. You feel me? But it really gives me a lot of hope to see our generation out here leading with just that mentality that we're going to make it happen. Yeah. And no matter the obstacle. Because there was a time period when we thought about defunding the police. Even just saying that word, like even stating that shit, someone would be like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? That shit ain't never going to happen. It's like when people talk about voting, they're like, our votes don't matter. Yeah. Even though that's not the right thing to say. But I understand that feeling, though. Because I used to be that person being like, bro, we just an ant in this world. Like, we're not shit. Yeah. And, we see it because of what we deal with on an everyday basis. But that shit's just rough, man. But, in San Jose, I'm just really happy that our community, our diverse community out here, supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, because I think that's the best thing that we could do is come together, unify.
Yeah, unity is the best, man, for sure.
Yeah. So we got that black and brown movement. So, you grew up in San Jose. You a brother right now in San Jose. And when it comes to the culture, a lot of my black brothers, they love the Latino culture. Or Latinos, we love the black culture. Obviously, to be real, everyone loves the black culture. Hip-hop, fashion, everything that goes down the spectrum. But it's like when you actually look at the bigger picture, it's like, bro, you guys oppress the black community, but they are all, your celebrities, they're your professional athletes, they're your influencers, they're culture leaders. And I'm like, if you don't stand up for it, you a hypocrite or you a fraud. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, it's crazy, bro. I got so much to say about it, but
it can go on forever. You know what I mean?
So like I said, like we'll transition back into that topic, but San Jose is a how you say, a city that doesn't get that respect it deserves when it comes to the Bay Area conversation. Yeah, because we always been the stepchild or the you feel me, the marginalized group that ain't as cultured as Oakland or the city. You ever experienced that nasty dialogue from them folks? No disrespect to my people in the Bay Area. I'm just saying, like, we hold 10 toes down when y'all talk negative about San Jose because we're so prideful where we come from and where we grew up.
Yeah, that whole conversation, it gets real deep because you got to look at it like, you know what I mean? The South Bay, San Jose is the biggest city in the whole area.
Literally.
And then when you look at artists, they always come out here, do shows like at clubs like Myth, you feel me, Pier. Yep. You know what I mean? They come out here like, and they get our money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Literally.
I feel like if they could come out here and get our money from our shows, then we should be able to go out there and get their money too. That's
true. I mean? Very true.
It all goes down with these promoters. Like,
they
don't really
networks.
Support like the dope talent in their city.
Yeah.
They go outside because it's a number game. So they feel like if you're not doing numbers, we ain't gonna take our risk and put you on a flyer and throw a big party in a show. We're gonna get someone who's really popping. But then a year from now, that person they put on the show ain't popping no more. Yeah, you feel me?
It's literally, it's just like it's the market. Who's hot, what's not. Yeah. And like you said, it's a business thing. You know, I understand on the opposite side because I wouldn't call myself a promoter, but I did put together events with artists and you know, have the performance to give them an opportunity to showcase. I remember one time we did a show in Coyote Ranch, which is on the south part of San Jose, going towards Morgan Hill. Yeah, I know where that's at. It's like a venue, and we had a lineup where it was Showbanga, D-Mac, and Crizio were the main three, and then we had these other artists like Craig White, Prince Soul, and some other artists that were very young at the time. But like, you feel me? Like, even if you do have a headline, you can still incorporate people and give them a chance. Yeah, give them a little spotlight. There's something that could be made. So I understand that conversation between both parties because the business people want to make money and the hungry artists want to get an opportunity. Yeah. So that's where opportunity and preparation come hand in hand because it's not easy to put together a show. I've learned through experience. But, you know, there's many avenues to promote yourself, too, you know. And one of the conversations I was actually going to bring up to you is the Thizzler. Thizzler recently had an Instagram live specifically for San Jose. Yeah. I don't know if you were in tune with that.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
I'm going to keep it 1,000, bro. You feel me? Because I keep it 1,000 on the Low Key Facts podcast. So I thought that was a great opportunity. First and foremost, I seen Thizzler that has what 50 plus thousand subscribers and followers and multiple platforms, not just one, because they put that Instagram live on all their shit, and that's a lot of viewers. And most importantly, those are other cities that are consuming San Jose music. Yeah. So I saw people that were just rappers that were either, because there's different levels to rapping, right? There's people that just freestyle with their homies, and there's a beat come on like, hey, let's rap. You got people that actually write shit but never record. You got people that actually take the time to do their work. They go to the studio and they actually put music. They archive stuff. And then you got that top tier artist that's like always on the field, always promoting their music, always trying to find ways to improve their craft, whatever. Yeah. So I saw all that on that shit. You feel me? Yeah. And I can't name drop because I don't know the people that were on there. But it started rough, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It started rough because I could tell just off the host's face. You feel me? Like, I'm just speaking from what I'm seeing. Yeah. There were some people that I was excited to see. You feel me? Like Bolski, Cuddy Bangs in the high with L&B Latrice. Yeah. There were some people I was rooting for. You know, young homie Quan. Yeah. There's a lot of artists that I support that have been in the podcast or I've exchanged words with that I respect. When it comes to San Jose rap culture, bro, I always put us first. Yeah. If it sucks, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you too. If it's popping, I'm gonna be, bro, keep that shit going. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just think constructive criticism can come off in different ways for some people. Some people get offended when they get that shit and they're like, bro, what you talking about? Like, you know, I do this, I do that. You don't even know my record or whatever. But it's like, you're just as good as your last at bat. I think Gary Vee was the one that said that.
True. You know what I mean? You got to be able to take criticism. You feel me?
Yep.
And you got to be able to perfect your art. You know what I mean? I mean, rapping, it's a skill, but the more you perfect it, the more you get better.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that goes like any craft. You feel me? Like you put in that work, you're bound to get better. And that's just the question some of these people gotta have with themselves. Like, as a rapper, like, do you really want to do this? You feel me? Like, are you all the way in?
Yeah.
Or is it just the culture you're in love with? Are you in love with the culture and you think that rapping is the only way for you to be a part of it? And you feel like just because you're not good at it, you don't think there's another way for you to get involved. My way is creating a platform. You feel me? Like, my way was networking with people. My way was promoting fashion. My way was promoting music. And I was still able to kind of integrate myself without being, how you say, a rapper that's not living that lifestyle, you know, because people feel like you got to own up to that lifestyle that you talk about. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I think San Jose, like I said, we got a lot of potential, and I think that Thizzler platform was a great opportunity. Were you actually watching it, or did you watch the whole thing, or were you just like recapped it later?
I think I recapped it later. I think I was busy, you know.
Yeah, I felt like I feel like there was hella people that weren't there. I was like, bro, where y'all at?
Yeah, I would have definitely tapped in and gave him some bars for show. You know
yeah, they were definitely testing people. You know that's what I'm saying.
I would have gave it to him right on the spot. You feel me? Because I seen that shit. So I'm like, you feel me? We got a lot of talent out here. Like, yeah. I feel like everybody's talented out here. You know what I mean? No man is bigger than the other man.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? I don't knock people down when they try.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? But I would have definitely did my thing for sure. They need a round 2, man.
They do, man, because I feel like people weren't prepared for that shit.
That motherfucking back.
They need to do better promotion because they just put a fucking screenshot that just said, who in the 408 got bars, and then just posted it. I'm like, bro, first off, people don't read everything.
Yeah.
And if they do, they don't do their research. Obviously, you see how people promote headline articles and don't read the goddamn shit.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's good to have you here. This is long overdue. For the ones that don't know, me and my boy Dynasty been going through dialogue on Instagram damn near like every other week, every month, trying to figure this shit out. You feel me? Because we both got, you know, conflicting schedules.
Now we here, man.
And now we finally here in the flesh.
Yes, sir.
So what you got working on right now, man?
Shit, right now I'm about to drop a project called Power with my homie Stretch.
Yep.
It's like a joint EP me and him did, like 9 records total. So we about to drop that like end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, I got another EP I'm dropping in August called Street Struggles and Pain. And then after that, I'm dropping another project probably by towards the end of the year. Probably gonna be a Santa Netto Part 2.
So applying the pressure last couple quarters.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop 3 projects, man.
Sounds like a big commitment right there.
Yeah, it's already done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, some people can't even put one project of the year.
Nah, it's already done, man. I record fast. I'm Tupac in the studio.
I feel that, man. So like, when you get in the studio, is that something that you like? Are you like, because some people move different, you know what I mean? Yeah. Some people are like, hey, I got something in my head, like, let's go, let's just get in the studio and go. Or you like, all right, I got I wrote my bars, I got my studio schedule, I got this, like, you know, some people move like really like by the T type shit with their time. So how are you with your process of making music?
Shit, man, I'll be at home writing a whole bunch of songs, so I got like a whole bunch of shit written, beats already. So like when I go up in the studio, I'm just knocking them all out. Boom, boom. I'll knock like 5-6 records in like 3-4 hours. You feel me? Cause you know studio shit costs.
It do.
You got
that shit
smart.
Do add up.
You gotta think smart about that. You can't just go and waste a whole 2-hour studio session on one song. Like, nah, bro. Take advantage of that. Knock out.
Yeah.
You can knock out 3 songs.
That's real.
Everyone's recording process is different.
Literally.
Like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm at the house all day writing shit. Then fucking pull up to the studio, knock it all out. Next week, get it mixed and mastered. Now it's ready to go. Get the cover art. Now it's ready to go. Now drop it.
Boom.
You feel me? So I don't really want to waste time. I don't waste time.
I agree with that. Because, I mean, bro, if you have it and you can do it, why not?
Yeah, so everyone's recording process is different. Some people, it take them a while just to record a song. You know what I mean? But if you've been doing this for a long time, you're kind of like seasoned in it.
Yeah.
So when you go in there, like you already know what to do. Like, okay, I'm going to do my ad-libs. I'm going to do my dubs. I'm going to make sure this sound like this and that. You got to coordinate that with the engineer, tell him what sound that you want. So when he's mixing your shit, like it come out right.
Yeah.
Because that's all the part of the process of the music is like having your songs mixed and mastered correctly.
Yeah.
So when the public hear it, it sounds dope.
Yeah.
And a lot of artists I don't think they focus on that.
Some people don't even know that.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta know these things. You gotta record it. You can't just be an artist who records in the studio. you gotta know how your shit's supposed to sound. You feel me? Like, you can't just be like, okay, this sound cool. Like, nah, you gotta go back in there, do it again, make sure it sound perfect.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Some people really like take the time to refine their craft just to make sure it's quality, of course. Like, I give props to anyone that could record, write, mix, master.
Yeah, that's multi-talented.
That's some real shit. I know Russ was the first one of the first artists to be platinum with an album that he had done, mixed, mastered, and writ.
Yeah,
and
dope. He's dope.
So who are your top 5 right now in the game from Dead or Alive?
Man,
Because some influence. I'm curious to know where these influences are coming from.
Shit, man. Top foremost, you know what I mean? My man's Biggie. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Biggie for sure. And Tupac, it was his birthday yesterday.
Yep. Happy birthday, Tupac, man.
I really, Tupac really got me into expressing myself with poetry and writing music. So, like, there was a time in my life I was going through some real shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, listening to Tupac and reading his books. I read a lot of Tupac books.
That he wrote?
Yeah, that he wrote. You feel me? So I read a lot of his shit. And,
I gotta look into that. I didn't even know he had books that he wrote. I know there's like biographies about people.
Yeah, there's biographies about him, and he also has a few books that he wrote too. Tupac is dope to me. Like, I like everything that he represents, especially as a black man.
Yeah, man.
And as far as like what he did for the culture.
Yeah, he was unique, man. He was a unique person.
Yeah, and all the shit that he spoke about. So like, I like artists who represent something.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, and then when you talk about Biggie coming from Bed-Stuy in New York, and all the shit he represented, and what he did for his people and the hip hop culture, with the whole bad boy upbringing and everything. Yeah, that was dope. So I like that, and you know, Nipsey, of course. Yeah, I like that. The marathon. I love everything about him and like what he was doing. Like, one of my partners, he's a Richie, and he put me onto Nipsey back in 2009. Yeah, we was at work and he was slapping his me. I'm like, damn, bro, who's that? Yeah. So like, ever since then, man, I've been a fan of Nipsey Hussle. So like, when he passed away, that shit really hurt me. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I just like artists that like really stand for something. Yeah, because a lot of people, man, they're not who they are in their music. Yeah, I agree with that, bro. There's a lot of weird shit going on with that shit, with the celebrity industry and all that. Yeah, people lose sight of what made them, you know. Yep. So you'll probably be like, yep, that's Nipsey. Then Mozzy, of course. I like Mozzy. Yeah, his music is dope. You feel me? Yep. Like, when he raps, like I can relate to what he's talking about. Therapeutic. Yeah, it is very. And then I'll say Kendrick. Yep, Kendrick. Yeah, Kendrick. Those are my top 5. I fuck with that. That's pretty solid top 5 right there. Because I would definitely say at least 4 out of 5 of those rappers. Yeah, at least. Show Kendrick, and to throw Mozzy on there. Yep. He's just a big influence in the culture itself. So, I mean, coming from the West Coast. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, what he does for Sac, man, I think he really puts Sac on the map as their own entity, you know? Yeah, and that's pretty dope to have artists come out their city that big and also be a culture influence to other people. Yeah, man. Mozzy definitely a culture leader. I even, like, you know, just even following him grow throughout the years, like, because his music has always delivered that same, like, therapeutic, like, really like passion. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? It has like, that uncut sound. Yeah, that rawness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with it. I think like, when I learned about Mozzy and what he had dealt with, you feel me? Like, coming through incarceration and being the best version of himself. Like, not when I say being the best version of himself, I don't mean like just get rich and be successful. Yeah. I'm talking about like he really took the game and inherited it and applied it through making businesses. Yeah. I might be wrong, but I know I seen what I saw. And I saw Mozzy have a sign, and it said Gangland Landlord Real Estate. Yeah. And I thought he was the fucking most brilliant fucking artist ever for that. Because what he did is that he made the gangland thing that was really like, you know, some real gang shit that people would shout and say to each other, and made it an LLC for a real estate agency. Yeah. And I thought that shit was the most hardest shit I've ever seen, bro. Yeah. Because I think people don't understand that rappers and culture leaders, like, you have so much influence. You already are a brand. You get me? So the moment you decide to put your brand on a business, that's already profitable the moment you launch it. See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand. You can't just be a rapper.
Yeah.
You have to be everything all and above.
Yep. You gotta wear multiple hats.
Yeah, so you got. That's how you're gonna be successful. That's how you're gonna make your mark in the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, like, okay, I'm just gonna rap and that's it. But like, there's really a business side, and for artists really need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the rights to your music. You gotta make sure you have copyrights if you're selling clothing or anything, like you said, LLC license. Pretty much everything. You gotta know the business part about it. That's how you're gonna be a successful artist.
Spread your wings, man.
Pretty much.
I got this tattoo on my bicep, and I think it kind of irrelevant to this discussion is that intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings.
Yeah,
you feel me? And that's where it's knowledge is the game. You feel me? Like the more you know, and the more things you can do, it makes you more versatile, and it spreads your wings. Because you might not be a top tier rapper, but you might be a top tier business creator with a small brand of a music, and shit. Eventually, that could just be something that stems off of you, and that's you. You feel me? But you know, that's something people understand through experience, trial and error, and learning. You know, I'm pretty sure you had experience throughout your whole venture, your process that. There might have been a moment where it might have been a defining moment for you, and you probably thought like, "Shit, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna do this anymore." But you kept it going. I know I had my moment. You feel me? So those are the defining moments that lead to that knowledge. So yeah, man, how you feeling so far? We're 23 minutes into this thing.
Man, I'm feeling good. You know, wake up. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. So
I saw a picture of you on I think you were with what's his name? I don't know his name. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but I think his Instagram name is Raza del Sol, and he's like a OG.
Oh yeah,
and y'all were like unified in the picture representing black and brown. I thought that shit was hard as fuck.
Yeah, he's solid. He's solid, man. He's a solid dude. I met him in person and spoke to him, so he's dope.
Was that the first time you met him?
Yeah. That was when we was out there protesting.
Yeah. So that guy, bro, it's funny that's why it caught my attention because I met him before too.
Yeah.
And he's one of the lead organizers at Silicon Valley Debug.
Oh, Debug.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they've been around for years.
And they really active with the activism and just standing up for our rights. You feel me? When it comes to police brutality and the immigration, everything. So yeah, man, I remember when they host what's it called, contribution meetings, where it's like an hour meeting. Anyone could show up and just throw input about action items in the community and what we can do to better our districts and shit.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the thing too. Like I told myself a year ago that this is the first time I'm gonna take the time to educate myself about politics, because I knew at some given point it's gonna matter. You feel me? Because it didn't. And let's be real, bro. I feel like the past decade we've been straight. Like economically, there's been jobs. You feel me? Everyone's been able to get a job, or at least like to start their own venture. Yeah. Like shit's been real smooth. Like nothing has really been like really problematic in a sense where it affects us directly, and we're preventing ourselves from doing things. So I forgot where I was going with that shit. All I know is that shit's just got mad complicated for people, and some people have really like stopped doing what they want to do because of this COVID shit.
Yeah, it's caused a lot of depression for a lot of people.
Yeah, bro, that too. And that's another thing. Like mental health. I was talking about that with Kahari on the first podcast, and we were talking about how important mental health is, and we always emphasize that social media is one of the main enablers of that, because of like the standard and the expectation that we put on ourselves by just watching somebody else, you feel me, so long. Because if I follow Kylie Jenner all day everywhere, she's gonna post a picture that was taken from a photographer that was edited. So if you always have an impression of what beautiful is by looking at her shit, you gonna already set yourself up for failure.
It's a misconception, you know what I mean?
Big time.
So
and I was talking to my bro about this, about everything, like this decade, you feel me? This decade, like 20 years from now, you know, when we OGs, you feel me? I got a little youngins running around and shit. They're gonna ones that are gonna look at history and tell us what it is. You know what I mean? Because we can't tell each other what history is because we're living in it.
Yeah, we're living it.
Because like I met people that were a part of the Vietnam War. You feel me? And they're telling me I can't relate with anything they're talking about because I didn't live that time. You feel me? So if anything, I just point out the obvious. I'm like, why did y'all go to war? Y'all didn't even win the damn war. Y'all tied. You feel me? So it's like nobody could have said that during that time. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So that's what I'm saying about right now is that there's shit that we're all blabbing about, or what matters, what doesn't matter. Because on Twitter, you'll see a lot of negative dialogue, a lot of positive dialogue. The things that get me annoyed is the diverse, like the the intention to separate the unification. You get me? Like they're talking about like, oh, you're talking about Black Lives Matter, but the Latinos have dealt with this, or Latinos will say vice versa about black people, and it's like y'all are falling into the trap. You feel me? That's what they want you to do, because at the end of the day, everyone's seen Bug's Life. Everyone's seen that scene where he's like, he has the acorn and shit, and he's like, oh, did that hurt? He's like, oh no, that shit didn't hurt. Oh, what about you? That shit hurt? And he's like, nah. And he fucking lifts that shit open and they all fucking get crumbled and shit. Yeah. And that's a illustration of what we are. You feel me? The more of us unify together, understanding each other's struggles, that makes us stronger. As a Latino, because there's not a lot of Latinos that, maybe in San Jose, but like in general, that are they're faces of the culture in a way. You feel me? Like I said, it's mainly black people. Let's keep it 1,000. When it comes to Latinos, there's like a handful of people that really represent Latinos and speak up about shit like this. Yeah. But for me in my section in San Jose, I just feel like in the beginning, when I started seeing Latinos post all lives matter, that shit would get me hot, bro. Because I'm just like, it's like y'all don't even pay attention to what's going on. Like y'all really just follow the sheep. You feel me? Yeah. And that's why I'm like, bro, look, I'm not even Mexican, right? I'm Nicaraguense. People confuse me for Mexican. And we had the fucking conversation. Me and my girl had this conversation because sometimes it comes off as like offensive that I say, oh, I'm not Mexican. And it comes off as like I'm saying that they're less. You feel me? But I don't mean that. I'm just, you know, I'm passionate where I'm from. You feel me? I take pride where I'm from. And I want people to know that, you know, I'm Nicaraguense. You feel me? I'm Central American. That flag that's right there on the table. Yeah. And you feel me, how shit can get political by just not knowing. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying about this discussion is that people have so much dialogue to say in a negative light about what black people are going through in the struggle and then the movement of Black Lives Matter and how they're doing it. I'm like, bro, how are you going to sit here and talk about how to do things and how to protest? You know, because I think what's happening is that like the Latino generation, like our generation, we're more woke. You feel me? Like we're more like we know what's right and wrong. Like we see what the shit is. Our parents that grew up in a more different upbringing and had a different connotation of like what culture is. So, you know, some people are actually affected by that. That's the reason why they don't understand the shit. Because they're taught to believe some shit for so long. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're out here saying like, oh, don't be friends with black people or whatever. You feel me? It's just the fact that they don't understand. You get me? And I'm not mad at my parents. I had a heated discussion with my folks about this. You feel me? Because I'm like trying to explain to them like why this is going on, why it's important, and why we're no different. And the reason why in my specific scenario was upsetting because in Nicaragua right now, there's a civil war going on. You feel me? We're a third world country. It's poor over there. And there's some folks that are oppressed from the Revolutionary Army. But these folks are paid from the government to fuck up protesters and do all this shit. And I'm like, and keep in mind, these people are it's like, it's kind of like the Black Panthers in a sense, right? Out here, right? But in Nicaragua. But their intentions aren't for the people. They're saying they're for the people, but they're really out here killing people. 400 people died last year, right? So they have their own flag. It's red and white and black. And it says FSLN, right? So keep in mind, follow me with this. These motherfuckers are technically killing people, right? Police brutality, right?
Like a militia.
A militia, right? Yeah. But these motherfuckers in Miami are out here, Black Lives Matter with the fucking FSLN flag. Yeah. And keep in mind, that means Sandinistas. I don't know the FSLN. I just know that means Sandinistas. That's what they are. And bruh, the hypocrisy, because it's like you guys are talking about you're supporting the movement, but the root of what the culture you're supporting does exactly that. So I can't respect it.
Yeah, a lot of people using the BLM hashtag for their own proper agenda.
Yes.
You feel me? That's what a lot of people are doing.
Especially with the corporations.
Yeah, they doing it like Starbucks. You feel me? Like Starbucks, come on. They're going to support like Pride and all of that stuff and make coffee cups and rainbows and everything. Yep. But like then they're going to tell employees not to wear any Black Lives Matter symbols. Yeah. But then they go back around after an employee says something about it. They go back around and they say, oh no, we're on the process of making shirts and all of this stuff, but they only said that so they want to get a backlash from the community.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about backlash. You feel me?
That's all it is.
It's all about money. Because at the end of the day, bro, they can say whatever the fuck they want. It's freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. But they're going with the flow because they know if they don't, it's gonna fuck up their business.
Yes.
So that's
just
where
like the
that's
NFL.
Where,
you feel
exactly,
me? Same thing.
and that's where like our people, our consumers need to understand that.
Yeah, like
because we have the power. Exactly, we have the power. We are the action item. You feel me? Because our money is creating these.
Yeah, we're the consumers. You
exactly.
Feel me? So without us, they can't be a business at all. So they don't want to take no stock drops or profit losses or anything. Because if everyone starts boycotting Starbucks and start going to Phil's Coffee,
all hell break loose.
You feel me? Then they're gonna be mad and all this type.
Imagine
of shit.
if it was not even Pete's. Imagine if it was a mom and pop shop in San Jose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man,
so
bro.
It's like they gotta be careful what they said. You know what I mean? I felt like that's how they really meant it. You feel me? So it's like whatever. I'm not supporting Starbucks again. I'm cool.
Were you one of the Starbucks regulars?
Man, I was going in there getting frappies. What is it? The chicken sausage biscuit.
Yeah. They got good quick shit. I
yeah,
just had a refresher recently. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man,
I'm guilty.
Come on, man.
I'm guilty, bro.
Come on, man. You gotta come on the other side.
My girl be putting me on tough. That's why. So I just be following. Nah, but back to what we're saying though. The point is, like corporations, you motherfuckers is not smart. You feel me? Like. People,
they got tactics. You know what I mean?
They all got tactics, and I feel like people, like I said, our generation, we're more conscious of this shit, way more conscious, and we're like not falling for it. That's why we got all the rioting and the protesting and the looting and all that shit. And as for the looting, this is my 2 cents, because the looting thing, a lot of people are saying that it's bad, all this stuff that they're doing. Small business, yes, terrible idea. Don't do it, because those people don't. That's probably that might be the dictating factor for them to stop. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I know when like hey babe, what was I telling you recently that like something had happened and it affected a business, and that was like them. Oh, Jimmy's. Because Jimmy's had a fire. It's right there on the south side on Capitol and Snail. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They've been there for years. Ja Rule was in that motherfucker filming a movie a long time ago, but they fucking had a fire. You feel me? Like they just had like an incident, a fire broke out. And then they closed the shit, right? Keep in mind, the property was still owned. So the restaurant is there. It's been there for a whole year. And just recently, they cleaned it out. And now it's just dirt. And they're re-innovating it. And the point I'm trying to make is that it only takes one fucked up shit to happen for a small business to fall out. So don't do that to small businesses, man. Especially black and brown. That's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Anyone, all right? But when it comes to these corporations, though, this is a different discussion. Yeah, this is more like, look, don't.
They got insurance policies.
They got insurance. They want you to loot. They're gonna get compensated. These insurance companies are like tripping out right now. You feel me? Because they're like, fuck, we gotta pay hella people out. But it doesn't impact. How you say? It impacts us in a positive way more than you think. And this is probably going to be bad if this shit ever does go viral. Not saying it ever will, but if it did, because they're going to get replaced. You feel me? And most importantly, like that real estate, that is space. You feel me? That real estate, that if they're gone, they're going to go somewhere else. You feel me? They're going to go easy. They're opening up new shit every other week or day. You feel me? True. So if they're having issues sustaining a business that's there, it makes it a lot easier for someone that's local to move in.
Yeah.
Same thing vice versa, because that's what gentrification has been doing.
I was just about
this
to
is
bring
like
that
the
up.
reverse. You feel me? This is the reverse gentrification. This is a very radical way of doing it, but it's the same fucking thing. So yeah, man, everyone in San Jose, support your local businesses, online, e-commerce, go stop by, order DoorDash, go directly takeout, anything. Right now is the most crucial time. If you online spending money towards, like I said, big corporations, you contributed to the problem, especially if this is going to be the time period where this change happens. This is where that matters. Like maybe 5 years from now, when you buy something from Starbucks, no one's gonna give a fuck. But right now, in the moment, it matters. It matters.
True.
So that's my 2 cents, man. Like I said, I had so much to say about all this shit.
Man, it's good. You gotta get it out, man. You know what I mean? We're living through hard times right now.
It's real, dog.
And there's a lot of political things going on. And it's good that everybody rise up. Yeah. Everybody should rise up and not be sitting down and being quiet.
And even for the ones at home that don't feel comfortable protesting, or they're not really in that state of mind to be radical, you could still help and support purchasing allocating resources, putting petitions, information, sharing, reposting, retweeting, and keeping the discussion relevant. You know what I mean? Keeping it relevant, because I feel like the content fell out a little bit, like it slowed down, but it's still up and going. Like there's still things going on that people are raising awareness to. But like the first week, bro, everything was the shit.
Yeah,
you know
we gotta keep it going. We can't just let it just be a dying trend or something.
Exactly.
Because if we forget about it, then they're not really gonna be pressured to make changes.
Exactly. And they trying to, and bro, honestly, everything that's going on, I feel like it's bigger than us. You feel me? Like a lot of this shit that's going on, I feel like it's a fucked up intention.
Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? Because this is how things have been set up for centuries in this country.
Yep.
And this country has been built on, you know what I mean, lies, hatred, killings, robbery, thieving, all of that. So it's like now that they're getting the backlash of that from the people that live in the country.
Yep.
I mean, this is what y'all caused.
Yeah, exactly. y'all silenced people for too long.
Yeah, so people don't want to be oppressed no more, and they want
bro.
everyone wants equal equality.
Period.
And
some simple, honestly.
That's why same thing with the police.
Oh,
you
man.
feel me? It's like they gotta have a proper reform for the police.
Yeah, because I think Donald Trump recently, like yesterday, I think announced that he's gonna do like a reform,
some little bogus
executive order and shit.
You feel me? But I think it's up to the departments
to
train their officers and tell them like, hey, we're gonna ban chokeholds. We're gonna stop doing this because this is not the proper model that we're trying to represent as a police organization.
Yep.
So I think a lot of police officers and their chiefs need to come together and come with new training tactics.
Yeah.
Because like the shit that's going on is not really cool, man.
Yeah, man. On the national level, it's like crazy how common.
It's not ethical at all. It's very unethical. And as a police officer that are participating in these type of acts, is shameful, man.
Yeah, I agree. Even just being standby.
Yeah, you can't just stand by and not have a heart of humanity and be like, hey, you know what? This is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this is not how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. So it's like they need to really stand up and change. Yeah. And I really think the way the policing is, like I was researching about, some of these officers have been trained for many years on how to act.
Oh,
so
yeah.
when they get the rookies in, they train them that certain type of way.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel me? So it's all bad training that's being passed on.
I agree with
like,
that.
Like, okay, you see somebody who's a minority, or you see a big black guy and he seems like a threat, you know what I mean, take his ass down.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? So
there's a lot of flaws that need to be addressed.
Yeah, man. So,
with San Jose specifically, there was a petition that I was promoting on Twitter in regards of Jared Yoon, the guy that was aggressively insinuating violence in the protest.
Oh, yeah, I seen that video clip of him.
So, I mean, Sam Liccardo right now is I appreciate him addressing the matter within 2 days as opposed to like waiting for all this shit to pop off. But I still feel like that it was a slap in the hand. Like it was more like, oh, just don't do it again. You feel me? Because I think my coach at Oak Grove told me this shit when I played ball, and he said don't let a 15-second decision determine the next 15 years of your life. And he would say that to us, because we were always, kids in the street. We don't know what we were gonna do. You feel me? So I understand the advice, and I think that advice is still relevant to him because he committed to something. You feel me? He committed to service the community, the people, and following guidelines that apply to not harming and insinuating violence to our community. And the first thing you do is insinuate violence. You're the first one to shoot the bullet. You insult an older lady in the community and calling her a stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're a fucking cop.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what your professionalism is terrible, and I think you should be held accountable. Like, yeah, and then they try to Eddie Garcia, the sheriff, the main guy, try to say like, you know what, that was he has to be held accountable for his actions, and it sucks because he's a good kid. And I'm like, bro, good chief. Kid, bad kid, terrible kid, great kid, it don't matter. What he did was wrong, and that is enough for people to address that. And if you notice the petition, it started from 2,000, 4,000, 10,000, 20,000. People in San Jose want that motherfucker out. And I don't think people are going to stop applying the pressure until they see it. And I'm not saying like he should fucking, go through this humiliation and he should be fucking shunned. I'm not saying he's going to hell. I'm just saying what you did was wrong, and you need to be addressed what you did. You feel me?
True,
we can forgive you, but you got to own up to what you did.
Yeah,
you feel me? Because it's like, bro, I have homies that do dumb shit. You feel me? If they do something, I'm going to tell you, bro, that shit wasn't right. I'm going to address you. I might not say it in the moment because you on my team. I'm going to tell you in private when it matters. And that's what the police should have done with him. Like, they're with him, you feel me? But they're not holding him accountable. And that's where people are right now on Twitter. Do you follow San Jose Foos? You know what I'm talking about? They're called San Jose and then Foos. But they post like memes and hella shit.
Yeah, I think I seen something.
Their shit's popping. Like Shout out to their page, man. I've been following y'all shit.
I think I seen something.
And I think E40 and all the like Bay Area legends follow him. So I think they know that page is like San Jose culture. Yeah. I support him. So shout out to San Jose Foos. But he posted, he's giving all this relevant information about all this shit.
Yeah.
And Sam Licardo recently had a meeting about the budget and how everything is allocated, and the biggest budget is $4.1 million going towards the cops, and that piece of the pie was almost more than half. The rest was like school and like health and all the other shit that people are relying on. You feel me? So why does it make sense to invest more into the thing that people are protesting against? Because now you're letting people know that you're not listening to us, and you don't believe that we can actually make another alternative to policing work. Like, if someone has mental health issues and a suicide is in the process, you get someone that's a social worker or someone that specializes in diffusing those type of incidents, as opposed to someone coming there with an intention to try to diffuse, but in reality they're the one bringing the violent because they bring the uniform, the badge, and the gun. So I'm in fear already when you come. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if you heard about the rest in peace Anthony Nunez. I don't know if you heard about the case with one of the police brutality in San Jose with the kid Anthony.
Yeah.
He was a student that overfelt, and he was in a suicidal, mind frame with everything going on in his life. And, his family was seeking assistance and help, and they called the police. And then instead of diffusing the situation, it led to his death. And that shit is literally in our section. You feel me? In our city. So that's why I tell people that try to have this conversation with me that defend the police and all that. I'm like, bro, this shit isn't just going on there. 14 people in San Jose had died by this shit.
Yep.
And the fact that Sam Licardo had the ability to address those things head on in the moment, and you disregard them and still give the pass to the police. You give a pass to all these tech companies out here that want to move to San Jose and build jobs out here. Build jobs for who, bruh? I've been applying for the past 4 weeks, and you motherfuckers still haven't read my shit.
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding. I don't mean that. I'm still looking for a job. But you get my point. You feel me? Is that homeboy isn't listening to us, bruh.
Yeah.
He is out here benefiting a certain class of people, and those class of people don't look like you and me.
Yeah, that's why I think it's really important for people to go out there and vote, so they can get the right people in the type of position that can hear their voices.
Exactly.
And they can sign the signatures off to the rights that we want.
Yep.
You feel me? That these new laws that we want in our favor.
Yep.
Because most of the laws are really not in the minorities' favors.
Yeah.
Black, browns.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really for us. You feel me? This whole system shit wasn't for us. You know what I mean? We helped build it, but it wasn't for us.
Yeah, agreed. Like,
we don't have the privilege like as some other races do to be able to get further in life and stuff like that. So that's why we always got to work like 10 times harder. We got to educate ourselves, and we got to know how the system really works to really play the game. Because if you don't know how to play the game,
you fall victim.
You just act with emotion and anger. That's what they want you to do.
Yep.
And when you do that, you're just taking steps back until you fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
So you don't really want that. You want to educate yourself.
Yeah.
You want to know who's in power and who you need to vote for.
Yeah.
And go down there and register to vote. And that's how you're going to make changes. When you get people that are for you in those type of positions, then that's how you'll see change.
Facts. And that right there, my friends, Dynasty said it very straightforward. Vote, motherfucker, because that's all you need to do. And, like I said, take the time to educate yourself. I'm not the best at this shit. I'm still learning it as I'm going. We both are, you feel me? Because a lot of this shit is very relevant to our lives because we live in the city, and I'm not trying to get pushed out due to gentrification, so I'm trying to sustain myself. And in order to do that, we got to be conscious of what's going down.
Yeah, gentrification is a big thing. You know, a lot of people need to understand what that really means.
Yeah.
Because what's going on right now, especially in Silicon Valley, there is a lot of gentrification going on.
Yep, for sure.
So, like, all the neighborhoods that you thought that was your neighborhood is getting wiped out. They turning up the rent prices.
Yep.
They knocking down the buildings because they got people that's going to be able to afford to live there.
Yep.
And then you're forced to go places like Modesto, Los Banos, places that don't have no jobs or anything.
Yeah, but limited.
So you getting fall down in this type of system barrel. So you just want to be able to compete and also know that, hey, if I don't step up my hustle, I don't get myself right, I'm going to be kicked up out of my city because I can't afford to live out here.
Yeah, period.
So,
man, I agree with that, bro, because I think gentrification comes in different ways, like not just through property, but like culture. Like, I don't know if you saw, they were protesting the mural in East San Jose for a minute.
They were doing that for a minute.
And that it's symbolic because it's not just it's not cleaning a wall. You're eliminating culture. You're making it seem like we were never here.
Yeah, and that symbolizes something.
That's the fucked up thing, because like you got fucking statues of people that had slaves, people that fucking were doing shit to oppress people. That's still, and bro, these statues are expensive, bro. Let's keep it $1,000. These motherfuckers cost thousands of dollars.
Fuck those.
That means they invested into them.
You know
There's one right there on Julian Street of a guy that used to lynch Mexicans back in 1920s. I'm like, bro, this shit is like right in front of me. Like, what?
Yeah, they need to tear that shit down ASAP. Any type of statue that represents hate or just evil to people, that needs to be taken down.
Period.
And if they ain't gonna take it down, the people should just go fucking break it and take it down.
Shit, man. It'd be a shame. It'd be a shame.
Fuck that. It's not even, you can't even call it vandalism.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because what they did was worse.
Yeah, you can't even call it vandalism. You know, civilians just taking an act.
Yeah, exactly.
On rights or morals. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it.
Man, bro, I think we let a lot off the chest, man. I feel good now. You feel me? Continue the rest of my day sane. So what's the rest of your day looking like, man? So we can conclude this little podcast right here.
You know, probably work out, you feel me? Write some music, blase.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Just keeping a low profile, staying out the way.
There you go.
That's it.
Any shout outs you want to give to anybody right now while the voice is on you?
Man, shout out to all the young activist people out there that's taking a political stand.
Hell yeah.
I respect y'all. I'm proud of y'all, and I appreciate y'all going out there and representing for this Black Lives Matter, because right now it's a harsh time in America, and I encourage all of y'all to stand up. And for the people that's sitting their asses at home, man, you feel me? You ain't
Watch
doing,
yourself.
You know what I mean? Keep your mouth closed in these type of discussions. You feel me? Keep your mouth closed, because I've been on the front line. I've seen what's going out there. And it's a lot of passionate people right now that really want to have their voices heard, and they speaking for the people. They speaking for people like me, you, and people that's going all around the world just being oppressed by bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's not just going on in America, it's going around all around the world.
Period.
So shout out to all those people, and shout out to all the hardworking, you know what I mean, ambitious people, entrepreneurs, everyone that's chasing their dreams and passions. Continue on. You feel me? Continue on. Yes,
shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the younger generation, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
Continue on.
What are your handles? How can people find you? How can they holler at you? You know,
tap in with me. Dynasty 408.
Yes, sir.
DYNASTY 408. And then Twitter, FlyBoss408. You feel me?
I gotta follow you.
So tap in with me, and you know, there's lots of good things coming through. Got new music, videos. So yeah, just follow me.
Hell yeah.
Come get on board with the journey. You
yes,
feel me?
Sir. Well, you heard it here, folks. Straight at the Low Key Facts podcast in the beautiful downtown San Jose.
Yes, sir.
It ain't exclusive. If it ain't an Emlyn exclusive,
yes, sir.
It's your boy BQ and my dog Dynasty.
Yes, sir.
And we out.
Yes, sir.
Only to my sister. I'ma pass the bottle, pass these hoes off to my niggas. For my